All right, welcome back, mathematicians. What I want to show you now is another method we can use to solve equations, especially when I've got variables on both sides of my equal sign. And we call this method the box method or parallel modeling. So if I look here, here's my equation. 20 minus 7x equals 6x minus 6. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to set up my boxes. All right, so on the left side, I'm going to draw a line going up and down. On the left side, I'm going to put a V for my variables. And on the right side, I'm going to put a C for my constants. And so my boxes look something like this. So I'm just going to draw a big square. Draw a line horizontally. And then on the top, I'm going to create two squares. So I've got two smaller squares up top, and then I've got this rectangle right below. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. All right, so there are my boxes. So now what I want to do is I want all my variables on or in the box on the left side, and then all my constants in this box on the right side. So here, let's change our color here. Let's start with, we'll make our variables green. So my variable, so here I have a negative 7x. Here I have a positive 6x, right? And then my constants would be this 20 and this negative 6. All right, so my variables are here in green, negative 7x and 6x. And then my constants I have here in blue, so 20 and then negative 6. So I'm going to move my variables in this box and my constants in this box. So let's start with my variables. Okay, so here I've got a negative 7x, right? So I'm going to put that right up here in my first box. Now, here's the important part of the box method. Anytime I am moving either variables or constants and they cross this line or they cross the equal sign, I need to change the sign. So here I have 6x, but because I'm crossing this line right here that I drew down my equal sign, because I crossed this line, I need to flip it to a negative 6x. Okay? So again, anytime I cross the line, I need to flip the sign. So this negative 7x, I stayed on this side of my line, so we're good. It stayed negative 7x. But this 6x, I crossed this line, so I flipped the sign. Okay? Now let's do the same thing with our constants. So here's my constants in blue. Here's a 20. I'm moving it over here, but I'm crossing this line, so I need to flip the sign. That now becomes a negative 20. This negative 6, I'm moving it here. I didn't cross the line. I'm on the same side. So we just keep that as negative 6. All right. So here I have the top portion of my boxes filled in. So now I'm going to combine these. Okay. To do that, I'm always just going to add them. All right. So I've got a negative 7x plus a negative 6x. Well, I know a negative plus a negative, all right, is a negative. Okay, and you can use calculators, so go ahead and put it in your calculator. Negative 7 plus negative 6 leaves me with a negative 13x, right? So let's do the same thing on our constants. I've got a negative 20 plus a negative 6. Well, if I put that in my calculator, I get a negative 26. All right, so now to solve this, remember I now need to get rid of this coefficient, right? I need to get one of these x's all by itself. Right now it's being multiplied by negative 13. So all I'm going to do is divide by negative 13. I'm going to divide by negative 13. So negative 13x divided by negative 13 leaves me with just an x is equal to negative 26 divided by negative 13 gives me 2. So x is equal to 2. Now let's check this. So remember, I can check my equations after I solve them, right? To do that, all I'm going to do is plug in what I got for x into my original equation. So here's my original equation. 20 minus 7x equals 6x minus 6. So if I want to check that, I'm going to rewrite my equation, 20 minus 7, but I know what x is. X is 2. So instead of multiplying by x, I'm going to multiply by 2 is equal to 6 times x, but I know what x is. So instead of multiplying by x, I'm going to multiply by 2. All right, minus 6. And now I just solve it according to order of operations. So order of operations tell me I need to multiply first. So negative 7 times 2 is negative 14. So 20 minus 14 is equal to 6 times 2 is 12 minus 6. Okay. Now let's subtract. 20 minus 14 gives me 6. 12 minus 6 gives me 6. All right. Because I have the same number, remember that equal sign means same. Because I have the same number on each side of my equal sign, that tells me we solved it correctly. So x is in fact equal to 2.